Welcome all of you to Aspire Software Limited, the only software developers in Kenya. We are located in Nairobi, that is in the Westlands area, at the Lower Kabete Road. So at the building called the Westlands, the Spring Valley Business Park, we are there at the Block A, that is first floor. So when you come there, you'll be able to find us there. Now today I want to take you through just a small question that most retailers have been asking us of how do they choose the right system, or if whether they know they will be able to identify which one is the right system for their business. And this is the question we are going to tackle today, because I know a lot of people will want to grow, and most of them are really concerned about their businesses, especially in terms of growth, and monitor stock and also check their profitability. So my name is Gabriel Aura. I'm the ERP consultant with Aspire Software Limited, and I'll be one taking you through this. And I know most of you have been actually in this condition or in this situation, okay? And especially you get worried when there is competition, or maybe you worry if at all at one time you will ever be, or you will ever expand like other businesses. Or maybe sometimes you worry because of a lot of theft about your stock in your own business, or they're about stock out. What happens to the stock out? If you send a stock from one unit to the other unit, what happens in between? So these are some of the worries that most people go through, and with the right system, you are able actually to curb all these worries that you may be having. Now the question here is like, what will you do? Like, what question you'll ever ask yourself is that, do I need a better software? Now, given the conditions that you have actually faced, do you really need a better software? Now, the other thing is that, do I wish to grow my company, or you are satisfied with what you have and what happens daily in your company? Now, the other question you will also need to ask yourself is that, is the software specific, or the software you're looking for, is it specific to some tasks, or you need a software that can handle everything in your business? Okay. Now, the other question also you'll have to ask yourself, can the software also grow with my business? Today you may be having one branch, tomorrow you may be actually opening 100 branches. With the software you're using right now, will it be able actually to handle your growth? And then the other question is, you have to ask yourself, is that the software you're looking for, is it only operating on a point of sale, or it also operates with an accounting? It is also within the accounting module, or you'll be forced to look for another software. Now, the next question here you'll need to ask yourself is that, what about the HR? If it is the HR system you're being given, does it handle the payroll, time and attendance, or does it just handle payroll alone? Or if it is time and attendance, does it handle only time and attendance alone? You know, some people will give you softwares and they will tell you they are selling you HR module, they are giving you an HR system, while in actual sense, they are only giving you a payroll processing module, or only maybe they're giving you a time and attendance module. And you know, at that moment you'll be excited thinking that now you've sorted everything and all that. So these are some of the things that you need to make sure you put into consideration. The other thing is that, what about multi-branch? Does the software you're looking for, is it able to operate with more than one branch, or you only need a software that actually can only operate with only one branch and all that stuff? So what about the e-commerce? Okay, does it support really the e-commerce platforms? And especially in Kenya right now, everybody is going online. Brick and mortar is somewhat like becoming outdated, and people are pushing on to the fast world, the way the fast world is actually moving. So the system you're using right now, will it be able or scalable enough to support the e-commerce platform, or does it have an inbuilt e-commerce platform? Now, the other question is that, can I control pilferages? Pilferage is simply somehow like a theft. That is theft. Can you be able to control that, okay, in terms of stock in transit or stock control at all levels? Are you able to control that? And especially during the checkout, that is at the point of sale. Is it compatible enough? Your point of sales, are they compatible enough with an electronic article surveillance support that all those deactivators can be placed at the POS? And then if there is any sensor in any product, they are deactivated first before they are sold, so that before a customer passes with it, it avoids some unnecessary embarrassments. So can your system actually be able to support that? So these are some of the questions that you'll have to ask yourself. What of centralized gift voucher? At times it's very funny that if a company has offered a customer a gift voucher, and then this customer is not able to use it in another branch of that same company, it's somehow like very inconveniencing and so sad for customers. So you will need a system that supports a centralized gift voucher in a situation whereby a customer can be given that gift voucher in Nairobi, and even if he travels to Mombasa, they are able to use it as long as it is within the same company. They are able to use it. So it avoids unnecessary inconveniences and all that stuff. So what of loyalty systems, which is very big, especially right now with the loyalty systems are very big. A lot of companies are really looking for loyalty systems, from hotels, from manufacturers, from even painting industries and all that. People want customers who are going to be loyal so that they can buy their own products and all that. And it is one way of building relationship and building consent with those customers, so that you are able to know who is buying your products and who is actually maybe contemplating maybe to buy your products and all that stuff. So this is just a way of widening your customers' niche and be able actually to ensure that you widen also your marketing niche and all that. So most companies will always want to have a loyalty program. So seamlessly also with an accounting, because all the systems must, at the end of it all, every system must have an accounting, because every transaction, if there is nothing like an accounting interpretation there, then it means you are not actually in business, and you may not actually be aware of what exactly is happening with your business. So these are some of the things that you need to put into consideration. Now the next questions will be, is that what of multi-currency? Okay, is the software you're looking for, the system you're looking for, is it able to support multi-currencies and all that stuff? Okay, there are people, like right now, Africa is becoming a one, single area trade area, and people will be coming maybe in your business with different types of currencies and all that stuff. Others will be coming through with dollars in case of those shops that are operating in our frontier areas like airports and all that. They have major experiences with this. Customers will come buy in dollars, others will come buy in pounds or euros and all that stuff. So you need a system that is scalable enough to be able to convert these foreign currencies into the indigenous currency, so that you are able to know what you are offering for your products. So what of touchscreen capability? It's also very important, because it's a new technology and it is super fast. And also for marketing purposes, the touchscreen capabilities, those devices that are using touchscreen, they tend to look to be very, very smart and very clean, especially for those who are working on dailies and hotels. These are some of the screens that you're supposed to be using, so that your customers can build that trust on you. So is the system capable of actually supporting touchscreen capability or touchscreen technology? Now, what of weighing scale integrated? Okay, most of the supermarkets at times, in some of the departments or points, they may have weighing scales whereby these weighing scales are integrated with your point of sales. So they produce barcodes or some labels, so that those labels, when they go to your point of sale, they are able just to be scanned and you simply pay. So the weighing scales also are very important things, especially for supermarkets and all those retailers. You need to have a system that also has a weighing scale capability, because there are some of the things you will need to put them they need to go through a weighing scale. Now, digital document management also, it's a way of reducing a lot of papers and a lot of physical papers to avoid misplacement of essential documents. You need a system that can actually store physical documents into a digital format, so that in case of invoices and all that stuff, they are well stocked in your servers in a way that if anybody wants to access them, so long as they've been given rights, they can simply access them, other than just putting files randomly. And if you want to access, maybe you may realize somebody has misplaced one of the files. Of course, there's a system also you're looking for. Does it support M-Pesa, Airtel Money, and debit cards? These are the most common transactions that Kenyans are always using. So if you have a system that does not support, especially M-Pesa, okay, then you are losing business. To be honest, that you are losing business. So what you only need is that you make sure you have a system that can support this. And these transactions or modes of payment, they need to be scalable enough in a way that they don't actually cause a lot of delay during customers' checkout. So that when you are fast, that is when now you are bound to serve many customers, and a lot of customers will be fond of coming to your shop, because they know when they go there, they don't waste time. They are served quickly and they leave. So these are some of the things that we need to put into consideration. What of airtime vending? Most of the customers and a lot of businesses I've seen outside here, some of them are actually doing well by actually, selling their point of sale, their airtime just through the point of sale, which is very, very good and very secure, as compared to having just stocks of point of sales and you let people just come in and buy those point of sales and all that. At some point, when you get employees who are very, very sly, they will actually end up doing a lot of harm into your business. So this is just one way of ensuring there is much security and your stock in terms of airtime, they are well taken care of. Okay, now the other one is the point of sale fast or slow? Okay, the point of sale that you're using right now, is it fast or slow? Okay, if it is something that it is too slow to an extent that your customers will end up leaving their baskets, that is in case of a supermarket, then you need to think twice. You need to change that system immediately. If it is that, because it is costing you a lot. So we'll advise you change that system immediately. And then the second question is that, can I run my system from anywhere, iPad, Android, or Windows? Now, with the progress of technology, and the technology is really moving very fast, especially in Kenya, you need a system that you are able to access anywhere, anytime, anyhow, or so that you are able to monitor the operations and also the transactions that are taking place. In case you have an iPad or an Android or any Windows device, you are able to access what is happening in your business at any time, so that you don't actually be left behind. Now, in case of there changes of the law, does the vendor easily support the changes? Now, these are some of the things that you need also to put into consideration, okay? Because tomorrow the parliament might decide that we are adding 20% of VAT instead of 16%. So the vendors there that you're using, are they from abroad, or are they people from the local area, from the land here? Okay, sometimes it is very difficult to find these vendors from abroad, because it will take them time to be able to customize these things in respect to the changes of the law that have just occurred. So those are some of the things you need to put into consideration. And then, are developers from abroad? The same thing we were talking about. How quick are changes? Do they understand my business? So these are some of the things you need to put into consideration. You may find a developer from India or a developer from Russia who might not understand, okay, your business environment, and then you are using his system. They are not actually, they do not even understand the changes of the law within your country. So what happens? It becomes very difficult for you maybe to communicate to them all the way, and it will take some time for them to be able to customize it for you. So those are some of the things, and at times we actually, I normally advise most people, just look for developers from within. Look developers from around Kenya, because there are so many developers within Kenya. If there are companies that you want to deal with, look for companies which are actually home-based. the companies that understand the business environment and companies that understand the laws. If there will be a change of law tomorrow, they will actually be very, very quick to change everything, and your businesses will be safe. Now, how stable is the product? Always for support or focusing on my business. Okay, there are some of the softwares at times I've seen when I go to shop. I find like the point of sale, by the time it finishes one transaction, okay, by the time the cashier wants to go to do another transaction, what happens is that they have to restart the machine again. You restart the machine, you tell the cashier restart the machine. Once they restart the machine, and customers are lining up, they are very much disappointed. Some of them are in a hurry. Maybe it is during rush hours. They just needed to buy something small, like maybe a biscuit, thinking that they will be served very quickly, but they end up standing there for hours because the system is not all that scalable enough. It is not faster enough to be able to serve customers well. So these are some of the things that you need to put into consideration when you are actually getting a system, or when you are looking for a system for your business, and especially supermarkets. These are some of the things that you need to put into consideration. Okay, now the next thing is that can you be able to export to PDF or Excel or Word or email? Any document that you have, is it able to be exported to different formats, like most of this format? Like most accountants like a document that can be exported to an Excel format, because for most accountants a document is not a document until it is on an Excel format. That's when they will be able to understand it. So you need a system that you are able to export documents from different formats, and even using email functionality, so that to make things easier for your staff and also for the customers that you're dealing with, and especially also suppliers that you're dealing with. Can it handle the load or scalable? Oh, my friend, this is where now the problem is. There are some of the systems that when you reach a stock capacity of a certain level, they end up now start selling in negative. Okay, because they are not scalable enough to handle such a like stock. So what happens? You keep on struggling with negativity, you struggle with negative stock and all that stuff, which is very, very imperative and very risky for you. And especially if your employees know that now that is a challenge you have, you may not actually realize the value of stock that you're dealing with. So what happens? A lot of theft will start moving in. So you need to understand, if a system is not scalable enough, it cannot handle your stock properly, it cannot give you stock results or stock reports properly, it's better you need to start thinking of changing into another system. And the other thing is that in case of loss of data, what is the plan for backup recovery? Okay, what is the plan for the backup recovery? Okay, sometimes you'll find maybe God forbid, your servers have been vandalized, or maybe sometimes even you never know, God forbid also, you may find that your premises catches fire. So in case of such like calamities and all that stuff, what is the plan of backup recovery? And most of the time we advise our clients on some of the mechanisms they are able to use for their backup recovery, so that when a spire comes in, it is able to restore them to their proper or to their former condition. It is very risky, especially when you've lost everything. You have to begin from nowhere. It is good that you understand that you had actually a knowledge, an idea of the stock value that you're dealing with, so that you understand the debtors that you're dealing with, the suppliers that are actually you're dealing with, and all that stuff. So you are able to recover yourself properly, other than just not backing up data. It is very dangerous if you're not backing up your data. Now, how is the support pre and post training? Is there a cost? Now, these are some of the things that you need to put into consideration. If a software vendor comes to offer training, ask them, let them be very clear. Okay, are they actually charging you for these trainings? Okay, and even after installing their system, will they be charging you for this support that they are giving you? So you need to engage yourself into a contract and be able to understand. Now the other thing is that if there be any hidden charges, okay, you need to know. Some of them, they will lure you with very, very sweet words, but by the time now you've started now, the contract has begun, now you're rolling out everything, then that is when now you end up realizing there are also other hidden charges that they do not actually told you in the first place. So these are some of the things that these vendors need to clarify for you before even you engage with them. Okay, now references of companies or using vendor system, those ones also you need to actually to know. Like before somebody brings for you a system, just ask them who is using your system. Okay, which other companies, the references, which other companies that are using your system, and how is their report. Sometimes you can do even your own scouting. Go to those clients, ask them, how is this system, how are these people, how are they quick when in offering support in case of an emergency, how do they actually react when there is a problem and all that stuff. Okay, some of them you may call them, you don't reach them, they switch off their phones and you remain there stranded, you incur all these losses. So you need exactly to make sure you do some scouting and understand what they're supposed to offer you. Now the other thing is that, are you struggling using Excel sheets? I know most people struggle using Excel sheets. Okay, a lot of people are using. What of using multiple systems? Are you using multiple systems to control your diverse businesses? I know there are so many businesses using multiple systems, especially from the supermarkets. You'll find at the point of sale they are using a different system. When you go now to the financial areas, they are using a different system. In fact, when you go to purchases again, it's a different system being used. So reconciling all these reports from different systems to have just one report, that one also is a challenge. It's a big challenge, especially to business owners, and some of them, if they're not careful, that is where they are losing a lot. And then is the existing point of sale or ERP giving incorrect stocks? And this is what we've been talking about. There are some of the systems that are not scalable enough, so that if you've reached to a certain stock level, what happens, this system, it's not designed to such like stock level. It will start now giving you negative stock every now and then. You get negative stocks and all that stuff. And then you struggle to ensure that you align your stocks very well. But at the end of the day, when you come back tomorrow, you find again it's just showing you negative stock. It is because the way it was designed, there is a certain stock limit whereby it cannot go through that. So once it goes through that, it means you have outgrown the system. You need to look for another system that can handle your stock value. So do you wish to streamline operations and reduce staff? Not necessarily reducing staff. I think that word there, I need to put it very well. So not necessarily reducing staff, but actually making each staff be effective, okay, in different areas, okay? Because you'll find sometimes you may not actually know that you are underutilizing these staffs. Okay, I went to one of the branches and I ended up seeing over 5 people were actually were being used to do a GRN. Just 5 people. What for? And this is just one branch of a supermarket, and it is not that big branch. It's just a small branch, but about 5 people are being used to do a GRN. For what? Okay. For what? So what happens is that you can actually streamline these operations by ensuring these other 5 people, maybe you can have only 2 people doing GRNs for a branch, and then the rest of the people can be taken to other areas where they can be effective. So that is the major advantage of having an ERP system, because it helps you plan and also use your resources properly. Now, do you also love to see daily net profit, expenses from all sources in your iPhone and all that stuff? I know most directors will want to do that. That when you're just playing golf and you're able to see from your phone or even from your iPad or your Android and all that stuff, you're able to see all these reports: who has done purchases, how many LPOs have been raised, how many GRNs have been done, which customer has bought what. Those are some of the things that you'll want to know. They are called like some more like the end of day reports, so so that they can be able to help you make decisions immediately. So these are some of the systems that you need to look for. And if you're looking for such a system, now that is where now Aspire Software Limited comes in. Okay, in Aspire Software Limited, what we believe is that we believe our customers will always dream, because dreaming is very free. Dreaming, everybody is allowed to dream. And then those dreams, once you've dreamt, please share them with us, then we will build those dreams for you. And after building those dreams for you, you will succeed. And when you succeed, as a company also, we feel that we are going to succeed too. So that is where we come in. And I think most of you have found yourselves in this status, okay? Most people work very late, very late. They find themselves, working. That is when now they balance everything in the name of working very late and working very hard. This is now old school. It is just old school nowadays, yeah? But now, with the advent of technology and softwares coming in, different systems, now the systems are supposed to work for you. So in Aspire, we say that it's better you work smart, okay, with Aspire, with the positive ERP, than just working late. So you don't have to work late anymore. Go sleep early so that when you wake up tomorrow, you wake up when you are sober, you are very sharp, and you can be able to see what is happening, because the rest of the work, let the system work for you. Let the system do it for you. Okay? And then the system will give you very perfect financial reports in terms of your balance sheets and everything. You're given all the balances so that you are able to know what exactly is the status of your business and all that stuff. So these are some of the things that you need to put into consideration. And these reports, they are automated. They are auto reports from what your guys are doing and all that stuff. The system generates a report at the background, and these reports are being shot at the background of the system. So when you access them, you see exactly what the system has compiled for you. So there's no Excel sheet compilation or any human intervention in generating those reports. Okay, those reports are generated as per what the reflection of the work that has been done in that unit or in the company. Okay, you having ITAX stress. For those who are having ITAX stress, so we also got you covered. With ITAX, the system actually does this automatically. So your work is only just to upload things through, of course, the system will compile for you a CSV file. So that CSV file for you is just to upload it through the ITAX portal, and you are good to go. So you don't have to stress, how many invoices, or start looking for other invoices and all that stuff. So the system is just there. It does that automatically for you. So that one you don't have to worry about it. Okay, for the manufacturers, all manufacturers also, we've got you covered. For the manufacturers, we've got you covered with Aspire Software Limited. We have a manufacturing software for you that monitors all your raw materials, and then also it monitors the final products that you've produced. Then it balances the cost of production, and then from there you are able to put up your markup to decide which profitability or maybe the price that you're going to sell your products in. So the manufacturing software covers everything. It is the same concept all the way from hotels, okay, from hotels, restaurants, all the way to bakeries, to the manufacturing industries and all that stuff. So those ones, this software really covers them very well, and you don't have to worry anymore because this system is there for you guys. So you can see there from the bakeries also, we cover also all the groceries, and also we cover different also, that is restaurants or maybe things like this, and plus many others who are not actually indicated here. So the other thing is that the point of sale can work offline. It can work offline. You don't have to have maybe internet and all that stuff, as long as you're on local area network. So the POS is able to work. And even if you plug out the cable from the LAN, what happens? The POS in itself, it's a standalone, and it can work in itself. So that when the network is back, what happens is that it can synchronize all the data within its unit back to the servers. So this is a software that it's well designed, and it is there for you to help you so that you end up not losing any transaction at all. There are some systems whereby if they are offline, they cannot actually do anything, and if there is anything they will do, what happens is that those transactions are not going to be captured in any reports. But now this one, even if it is on an online format, it still captures all the transactions, so that when you plug it online, what happens? All the transactions that took place will be synchronized back to the server to generate a report of the same transaction. So this one, you are well covered. You're well covered for retailers. You're well covered. Okay. Now, is this existing software letting you down? From all the questions that we are going through, to this time, I know most of us are being let down, just like the picture here you can see. This guy has an overload of data and the system is crashing every now and then. He is supposed to, every now and then, that is in case of a point of sale, you're supposed to always, restart the machine. So these are some of the things that we've come to rescue you from, that you do away with such embarrassments. And please think of Aspire. You come and try Aspire, and that is where now we will sort you out. You need to switch to the Positive ERP, which is actually Kenyan and generated by the Kenyan engineers. So you avoid all these embarrassments that will give you problems. Now with the Positive ERP, which is generated in Kenya by the company called Asprime Limited. We were once Aspire, but now we are Asprime Limited. These are some of the modules that are actually within the entire system. So first module, we have the accounting module, which acts like the heartbeat of the entire Positive ERP. And then we have the enterprise module, which acts like a bridge from the accounting, that is the headquarter, to the branch level. So the enterprise communicates with other branches, and we also have the HR, that is the human resource. And just like we had mentioned, the human resource here covers everything that you can think of about the human resource. Right from the time and attendance, it has also the payroll processing, it has all leaves and all that stuff. Anything that a human resource manager will think of, it is actually covered there. And then, of course, we have the smart man, which is a smart manager that works hand in hand with the human resource in terms of biometrics, registration, and also works hand in hand with the customers in terms of loyalty programs. So it can work with the point of sale and the back offices, and also it works with the human resource for your registrations. And then also we have the back office, which is a branch module. It is a branch module and a management tool to help actually managers focus on the operations of the branch. And also it monitors stocks and it gives you stock performance of each and every product. So from the back office, you are able to know which product performed very well and which product has given you profitability. You are able also to synchronize that to know that which department has actually performed very well as of that day, so that when you are doing other orders, you know exactly what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to order, instead of ordering stock that will be dead stock that will not actually give you the value of your money back. And then, of course, we have the front office, which is the point of sale, which works hand in hand with the back office. Now, this one also, it's actually triggered, as we had said. It can work both online and offline, and also it works hand in hand with the back office. So the point of sale detects the stocks in the back office, and then that is when now it is able to sell. It monitors everything in terms of stock value. It monitors cost and the prices. So at the point of sale, you are not going to sell anything under cost, okay, unless you have the authorized rights to do so. So if an item is under cost, the point of sale will not be able to sell. It will just indicate, it will show you the message there that this item is actually under cost, it cannot actually sell. And for more information about the point of sale or all these modules, please, you can visit even my YouTube channel. There I'm explaining very well on how the point of sale is working and how you can use it. So you can visit there and be able to check everything there. And then we also have the Storex. So the Storex there, it is for the wholesales, and this one normally helps you as a businessman or a wholesaler to be able to sell products or serve your customers simultaneously, both the large-scale customers and those who are coming to buy in a middle-scale customer. So the Storex is able to help you actually serve those customers simultaneously. So that is one of the greatest tool about this Positive ERP. It has everything for anything, for everybody, and for all the retailers that are all the retailers that are actually focused in growth. You can begin small with this software, and you can also be able to begin to grow with it. You can start with 2 modules maybe today, and then tomorrow you plug in modules as that as you grow. Okay. Now, some people will ask me, many people have been asking me that, is your software simple? Is it user friendly? And I always tell them that it's not about being user-friendly, but the issue is that is your software interactive with you? Does it interact with you? Okay, so this software, normally we've designed it in a way that it is interacting with you, and it is very easy to actually use. As long as you can use a mobile phone, then you can be able to use this system. Okay? Now it is designed to monitor inventory and where the inventory is coming from. Okay, that is the major thing, that how this system is designed. It monitors inventory, and it also monitors where the inventory coming from. So where is the inventory coming from? So the system will trigger you to do an LPO, that is a local purchase order, and then once you've done a little PO, okay, the suppliers will give you an invoice. So when you do an invoice within the system, for you to be able to receive those goods, so the system will require you to do what we call a GRN, that is goods received not. So when you do a GRN, it shows that those goods have been received in the system. And then if maybe you may realize that there are some things that are not in good shape and you need to return them to the supplier, then here you can do what we call a credit note. So you can see these steps here, anybody can be given rights to do that, as long as they are trained well and they understand what they're supposed to be doing. One can be given rights to do LPOs, another one can be given rights to do GRNs, and another one can be given rights to do what we call a credit note. So when they are given these rights, what happened? At the background of the system, something very superb really happens, okay? Your entire general ledger is being updated automatically. So you can see your purchases, your expenses, your VAT, your trial balances, your bank accounts, cash books, profits and loss, balance sheets, taxations, wear and tear, okay? Those are human, even if they are, all these things, they are being updated automatically. So it's a very beautiful thing that at the end of it all, you end up getting a very nice report, background report, which is not human generated, it is system generated. Okay, from what? From the daily to day activities that are being done. At the background of the system generates these reports automatically, which are very authentic, and they reflect purely the ground on what is happening. Okay, now if you are doing what we call a distribution, you are a distributor, what happens also, you can do what we call a sales invoice to your customers, and then of course customers can do a sales credit note. That is if they are returning these goods back to you. So at the same time also your GL will be actually updated automatically. Now suppose you have more than one branches, what happens is that there is a scenario whereby you may be forced to move stock from one point to the other. So when the stock is being moved from one point to the other, the system knows that this is not a sale, but it's just a stock transfer. What happens, in between it generates a document called the IBI. Of course, some of you may know it as a delivery note, but inside here we call it an internal branch invoice. That is just a jargon within the company, you know. It's an internal branch invoice, because when the branches realize that it's an internal branch and then there is an invoice in it, what happens? The branches know that there is some seriousness in terms of handling those stocks. Okay, there's some seriousness in terms of handling stock, other than just saying a delivery note and all that stuff. But this is an invoice that has come to them, so it shows there's some seriousness in handling those stock, and something is expected back after those stocks have been delivered to them. So what happens? The branches can also do what we call a C note or a credit note, returning these goods back to the headquarter. Okay, so it's just a move back and forth as the stock are moving. Okay, now the only place where the stock is supposed to leave your premise is either through a point of sale or either through a CAP customers. Now CAP customers, this one is in full, it is cash accounts to pay, which means that a customer can come, they have a limit, that is a credit limit, and they can actually come and buy things on credit, but within their limit. So if they surpass those limits, then they are not able actually to be able to transact, but they can simply take things according through their limit and all that stuff. So at the end of it all, the branches will do a Z report. So okay, the Z report is like the last report after the branch has done everything during that day, and now they are closing the shop. So what they do is that they do an electronic Z report. So this Z report, once they've done it, what happens? It updates your general ledger, and then your general ledger is updated automatically. So if there be other transactions that took place, like the gift vouchers and the loyal customers, you are able to get all those reports and know exactly what transpired in your branch or in your unit. Okay, now you see, this is the beautiful way of transacting, and this is the beautiful format of how the positive ERP operates. So you can see right from the suppliers all the way, the reports that are being generated. There is no human intervention here. There is no Excel sheets being done. It's just simply operations as the system generates those reports, okay, relative to your operations. So those reports, normally they are on a PDF format. If you want to see some of them, please, you can check on my YouTube channel. You can see, or can check on how I discuss different modules there. You're able to check them from Aura Smart Soft. Okay, you go to YouTube, then you type Aura Smart Soft, then you are able to see that, and then you can check some of the modules there. There you are able to see everything that I'm explaining here. Then after that, you are able to see also your reports. If there be gift vouchers, will be updated, and loyalty also will be updated. Now today you may have one branch. Tomorrow you have more than one branches. What happens? The system is capable of tracking each and every stock where it has been taken. Okay, it tracks each and every stock, the unit from where it originated to where it has been taken, and also it can track even the vehicle that took that stock to a specific area, including the driver that had the vehicle, because all of them, they are tagged together with that asset. Okay, and then from there you get a very nice global general ledger being updated there for you. So these are some of the ways on how the system really works. And you remember when I said that you can begin small and grow with this business. You can begin small and grow with the system. So that is how it is. You can begin small and grow with the system. Okay. Now they say that everything for you to realize its effectiveness, you must put your infrastructures very well in order. And this is the infrastructure on how we normally advise our clients to be able to be prepared so that they can realize the effectiveness and the quality of the system properly. And it is all natural in everything. Okay, you cannot drive a Mercedes-Benz or a Bentley in a corrugated road and then expect it to give you results or to last longer. So you need to have good infrastructure so that the system can be able to give you good service and quality service for the growth of your business. So as the beginning, we normally have a server. Okay, now if you have more than one branches, what happens, you can have a server, and this server can be connected to your branch server. And then if you have more than one branch, okay, a branch 2 can be connected also to the main server through via a stable link. You can have even a warehouse. Warehouse also can have a server there, and then that server can be linked there. And then also you realize that once they are all linked, the system is able to actually, the point of sale normally supports what we call an EFT, electronic funds transfer. So if somebody is having a credit card or wherever, they are able just to transact with our point of sale. It is fully supported. And then of course Safaricom M-Pesa and Airtel Money, it's also fully supported. There our customers can be able to transact. And then we have this report called the Kubera Analytics. Kubera Analytics is a report majorly for what do we call these guys? It's a major report for directors. It's a report which can come in form of pie chart, depends on how you want it or how you've set it. It can come in form of a pie chart or in form of a linear graph. And that one normally helps you to make instant decisions. Once you just see a pop-up like that, you know, hey, things are not good or things are good. So from there, you are able to make instant decisions on what is supposed to be done. We also have an Android application, especially for those field sales guys, those who are doing distributions, for a company that is doing distribution. We also have that Android application for you. You are able to do sales in the field. And once you've done that, whoever is at the HQ, they are able to see what you are doing. That is, if you are on GPS, they're able to see what you're doing. They're able to see the orders that you've raised. And then they can also raise an LPO, an invoice for you and send it to you. And then from there, you are able to service your customers. So these are some of the things that the Positive ERP is doing. We also have what we call an Android application point of sale. which is coming very soon, whereby you're able to use some of these devices just to use your point of sale and sell. And then lastly, we have an e-commerce platform that is fully integrated within the system. So the e-commerce platform picks your livestock and puts it online so that whoever is in the world, whenever they access, they are able to see what exactly is happening in your shop. They can even advise you, because if you don't have stock, they are able to see you don't have stock. So they can call you and tell you, hey, we are looking for something, but we can't find it in your online shop. So this is something that is fully advanced. It is an advanced type of an e-commerce platform. It is not an e-commerce platform like Jumia or these other e-commerce platforms, because those ones, they don't have their own stock. They only depend on other people's stocks. But now this one is your shop. You are taking your shop online, so customers can be able to know what stock you have online. Okay, so when you go online, this is just the architecture of the online, the e-commerce platform. That is, you go through your laptop or maybe your Android phone, you select a product, and then you can pay via M-Pesa or Airtel Money, or even you can pay via credit card on your bank, and then you can go for your product in the warehouse, or maybe you can actually be delivered. This product can be delivered to you. So these are some of the things that you can do, and this is just an architecture of how the e-commerce platform will look like. So these are some of the things that you will be able to do, and you are doing it just right from the comfort of your own house. And then this is the anatomy of the entire point of sale. And you don't have to have everything here for you to be able to use our point of sale. You can just begin with maybe a workstation, a printer, thermal printer, maybe, and a scanner. And maybe if you will need a cashier, a cash drawer, that one you are good to go. And then the rest of the things, you'll add them. You'll be able to get them later. Okay. So we've been working with different companies, just like number one, we say the M-Pesa, that is the Safaricom M-Pesa. Those ones have been our good supporters. We've been working with them. We also work with this Visa, PesaPap. Also, the company supports that. And then also our company supports Equitel. So that one also our company supports that. We also work with these ones, the KBC, Njenko Verifone, and we also work with Equity Bank, Stanbic Bank, I&M, and then Family Bank. Those ones are just to mention but a few. So we also have this product called the Positive Archivage. This one now, it's for Mama Bogas. We developed it for Mama Bogas way back before even when our current president started mentioning about Mama Bogas and all that. This is an idea that was with us, but we are struggling very much to make them be digitized, and I hope maybe soon they will be able to be digitized. But also it is a product that is being used by a lot of dailies within supermarkets, so you are able to visit them there. It's a software that is very interactive, and customers can really interact with them. You simply select something from a touch screen. If it is a fruit, if it is vegetables, you select it and then you pick it, you weigh it on a weighing scale, because it is weighing scale integrated, and then it prints for you a label. That label, you stick it, and then you go at the point of sale, then it is actually scanned there, and you are able to pay from there. And then with it also, it can also be a point of sale in its own. There are people who are using it as a standalone. You can use it this way and then also use it as a point of sale. So it is 2-in-1. So this is one of the most economical software you can ever have, and it is one of the softwares within the entire ERP. So this is an anatomy of the entire human resource. Like I said, from recruitment all the way to termination, and then we have a paperclip mechanism here. Now the paperclip mechanism here, this is a mechanism that helps you to save documents from physical to digital format. You simply scan the documents and then upload them to your servers, so that you are able to have digital documents within your servers, other than just having a lot of files and a lot of papers taking a lot of space for nothing, and then at the end of it all you end up having a lot of cockroaches there. So you just simply save documents in your digital format inside the server, and then they are safe. Okay. Otherwise, that's it now. Thank you very much. Please remember, you drop a comment there. If you have any question, you can drop a comment there. And if you want us also to discuss with you, please, you can call us. I have the comments. I have left there's my contacts down there. You can check on them. And then also you can also check on me also in other modules that I've discussed in the channel Ahura SmartSoft. Okay, just go to YouTube and then type Ahura SmartSoft. Then you go there, you'll be able to see a lot of things that I've explained, different modules about the entire software. Otherwise, thank you very much for being with us. God bless you. Ciao.